Hello everybody, welcome to another video, and this time I have a fun planner to show you for 2025 that I came across when I went to the Donner bookshop in Rotterdam, where I go every once in a while just to see what's up. And of course, now that I'm interested in planners, I got to check out the planner section. I had a lot of different planners, a lot of different types of pre-printed planners. They had a section, actually a cart full of success agenda content, but they didn't have price tags on them, so I guess they were still putting those out. In any case, I might go back for a couple of those because I'm still trying to sell a couple, and it always helps to have some content in a planner in order to sell it. But anyway, this is a different thing entirely. This is a planner by Ciak. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it. Ciak. They have a website over there, ciak.fi.it, handmade in Italy. And it says right here as well, soft cover. And that is one of the reasons why I picked it up in the first place, because you can definitely fold this any which way you like. Cover itself is like imitation leather feel, and the inside is actually better. It feels almost like a suede imitation, so really soft and smooth. So I thought that was very nice. They have them in a whole bunch of different colors. I picked up a lime green, but they also have a dark green. I think they had a red, a dark gray, a black, a light blue, dark blue, something along those lines, and I think a mustard yellow as well. It was a very close call between this one and a mustard yellow. Both of those are like colors that I really like. But let's take a look at the planner itself. It has an embossed 2025 on the front, nothing on the back aside from handmade in Italy down there. So if you don't mind that a cover is kind of blank, if you don't like too much visual input, then this is a good one for you. On the inside, you may have quickly noticed as well, all the little corners are removable. So if you are halfway through a year, you've removed all of these, then you can quickly go to the right page. That is very handy. First page just says weekly diary, and since it's made in Italy, it'll also have everything in Italian aside from English. So there's that. Agenda settimanale. I don't speak Italian, so I don't know how that is normally pronounced. Probably didn't sound anything like it, but okay, that's the first page. Then we have a quick overview of what the lunar phases look like when you do see them, and of course a little disclaimer down here about how we're trying to be as accurate as possible, but sometimes it's not likely, or we'll have some incorrect data. So there's that. You always got to put a disclaimer in there. From the next page, personal data. You can put your name, your phone number, etc., all that good stuff in here if you wanted to do that. I personally don't tend to do that myself, but like blood type could be good to put in there. Like your name and your blood type might be good to put in there in case somebody finds you lying somewhere along the side of the road and it's like, who is this and what is their blood type? You can put that in there. But like passport number, I'm not going to put passport number in there. And driver's license number, they don't need to know all that information. So in case of emergency, notify these people. Handy to put that in there for sure. As you can see, the pages are kind of thin. You can see the next page through it already. So you might not be able to use markers on this paper. There isn't a pen test paper, but I guess you could use like the first page of that and see what happens, or the one in the back. Is there? Yeah, there you got a couple of pages here that you could use, I suppose, for that. But yeah, next page is a year overview for 2025 and 2026. Moon phases are not mentioned here, but they do put like the month numbers in here. For some reason, they're not always lined up properly. See here, 10 for 10th of the October is not lined up, but 11 over here for November is. I don't know why that is. They both have that 01 thing going on. That's not quite correct, but they did that, and this is how their yearly overview looks. Not much you can do with this other than maybe give certain dates a color if there is like something going on, and then you could maybe use the top over here to specify what each color means. But that's that. And then you have a time zone map if you wanted to know what time zones people are in, or at least what types of time zones they have, because the lightest gray is countries using the Greenwich Mean Time, civil or legal time of one or more time zones, and then the slightly darker is countries not using the time zone system and using a local time, and the darkest ones are countries using the half hour, whatever that means. And so there's that. And then we have some international dialing numbers in case you find yourself wondering how you can contact somebody in Pakistan or Poland or Sri Lanka. You have the numbers here. You can use those to call somebody there if you needed to do that. Then weights and measurements. This can be very handy, particularly if you're like doing some international shopping. These are just weights and lengths, but I do believe they also have sizes. That's the next page, right here. International sizes. If you want to know what your shoes would be, what size they would be in a different country, you can look that up over here. Very handy for shopping. And this page is actually kind of funny. It says world temperatures over the months. So if you wanted to pick a holiday destination for a specific month, you could check this and see where you needed to be in order to have a good amount of sunshine, I suppose, or at least good temperatures. So you could definitely check that out. And if you wanted to ever relocate, check this list to see what the average temperatures are of a certain country, and then you could maybe make your decisions that way. I don't know. Anyway, so you can get from Amsterdam all the way to Vienna in Austria. If you want to take a look, so these are the cities, countries, rather than just the countries. I guess the main capitals. So there is that. International holidays, in case you wanted to know when certain people celebrate different types of holidays, you can look that up over here. There's only a few countries listed, of course, not every country in the world. Most of the countries people might be interested in looking at, like from a Western worldview perspective, obviously, so you can look those up here. Then we have the months in overview. You can put a little bit of information for every day here. You do see the lunar phases here, so that's where the agenda was for. I don't know why they didn't just put that up here instead of on the very first page. Seems a little disconnected to put that way at the start if you're not actually going to mention the lunar phases right away, but there they are. So we have that, of course, for every month of 2025. Do we also get a January of 2026? We do not. Okay, so it's just 2025. All right, very good. Then we have dates to remember for the entire year over here, the date and the description. You have a weekly planner. This is just to announce the weekly planner. There's not much else going on this page. And then we are in the weeks. Now, I believe this is the entire planner, like it's a weekly planner, not a day planner. So this is what it looks like. Every week is going to look like this. They are vertical columns. And unfortunately, Sunday is very small compared to Saturday, which is a little bit bigger, but not as big as any of the other days of the week, which is something that always bothers me, that they can't just give you the same amount of space per day, but apparently they think that people just have nothing to do on a Sunday and very little on a Saturday. There's a notes section down here. I guess this small section can be used for small notes per day, or you can just write from left to right. It's interesting that they left that part open, so you could choose to write either horizontally or vertically. So there's that option. And of course, every day you can choose to go vertically or horizontally, whichever way you like. Down here you have the month, and then you can see which week you're in by the box that is around those days. And the lunar phases are also mentioned here, so that's good. That's going to be the entire year, like so. Now we get to the other side. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, we do get a little bit of January 2026 here, in case you wanted to go ahead and plan for the first 4 days, or make some notes about that, in case you don't already have a planner for 2026, which if you're in the planning community, that's extremely unlikely, but you never know, it can happen. And then we have these pages. We have just 2 pages, I believe, maybe 3. Let's take a look on the other side. No, 2. 2 pages that are a very tight graph. Now, if you like having certain graphs per year, like habit trackers or something like that, I think this page would be very useful for you. Personally, I don't tend to use that much, but you could use that for maybe a small checklist or something along those lines, whatever you like. I don't see these graphs often, so I'm actually very curious about it and what it could possibly be used for. I'm sure people have all sorts of creative ideas of what they could use this for, so it'd be interesting to see what people make out of it, so it'll probably be very nice. Then you have a notes section, which I don't believe is very big. It's like 4 pages so far. Yeah, 4 pages. And then we are into the alphabetical section, which I'm guessing you are going to use for like addresses or maybe birthdays, alphabetized, and maybe other things that you want to use the alphabet for. If you have like certain notes that you want to keep alphabetized, you could put that on here. It's 1 page per a couple of letters, so it's not a huge amount of space, but there's the option, and I guess the option is nice to have. And then we are at the back, no more note space back here. So that is the entire planner. Now, since it is a bound book, you will have the issue that you might have to do this in order to keep pages to lay flat, particularly if you're not in the middle, like over here. Well, I don't think you're going to do much with the weights and measurements page like every day. But as you can see, it's quite difficult to keep it open when you're at the start of the planner, as expected with bound books like this. Let's go to the first week. That would be here. Yeah, you can at least start putting it down from the first week on. So from the first week onward, you'll have less issues with that. And then, of course, the closer you get to the end of the year, less likely you're going to have it lay flat. This is the last week. It's doable if you like keep something on this side. It's a little bit annoying. I guess for some people it will be annoying. It's going to close on its own. Watch this. Whee! Yay. Anyway, so that is one of the things I guess that would be a negative about this thing. But other than that, it's very durable. It's made to be durable and to just fit in your bag, whichever way shape it has to take, it'll fit. And then you can just use it, pull it out whenever, throw it back in. You can abuse this, I suppose, and it'll still look good. And I imagine that it's going to start getting softer as well the more you use it and the more you do stuff with it. And some people really like how the texture then changes and how the look changes, that it really looks worn and used. I'm personally one of those people as well, so I'm curious how this would look after a full year of use. I might replace one of my things that I had planned to take with me for 2025 when I'm on the go with this one and see how it goes. But we'll get to that in another video. In any case, that is the Checkmate Planner. Here it is, weekly vertical. And I hope you enjoyed that video. And in case, thanks for watching. I'll see you in another video, and bye-bye for now.